We're going to start with the nation. PDP crisis. Factional chairman defies court order and resumes. 34 fighter jets come in to join terrorism battle. Train crushes man 50 to death in Lagos. NDLA intercepts 22.7 billion naira worth of drugs in Lagos and Rivers. Aiyedatiwa's 37,000 minimum wage deceptive carrot, says PDP. We are seeing massive demand investment in CNG. Sanwo-Olu is first passenger as red rail line rolls off. And recapitalization. 5 banks bid for $1 trillion capital raising. My lawyers are working to clear me in the U.S. fresh charges, says Airpeace chairman. Okay. Story are we taking?
Yeah, I have the NDLEA. So the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency has intercepted a large consignment of opioids worth 22,740,958 at 3 seaports of Lekki, Apapa, and Onne. They also arrested a Thailand returnee, Ogu Ejiofor, in Nameka, Simon Peter, for importing 13.30 kilograms of heroin worth over 3.1 billion. This was at the Murtala Mohammed International Airport. They said for this particular person, this Ogu Ejiofor, he was arrested October 7th. He said he was attempting to smuggle this in from Thailand. So he had come ahead while his cargo, was supposed to go straight from Thailand to Ghana, Accra, and then he rerouted it to Nigeria so that he could just quickly, grab his bags and avoid inspection. Unfortunately for him, NDLEA was waiting on him as he got the bags, and then they found all this. He says that he was approached and was offered $7,000 to do this. But unfortunately for him, it looks like that's his last $7,000 in that whatever. Okay, so I have there's always a reason. There's always someone that has put them on it. It's never them.
Okay, I have the fighter jet. So our Air Marshal, Chief of Air Staff, Air Marshal Hassan Abubakar is presently leading a team of military people to Italy to obtain 34 fighter jets. According to the nation, there's 24 M346 fighter ground attack FGA jets and 10 AW109 Trekker helicopters that will be obtained. So the M346 jet, known as the Alenia Amachi, is an advanced trainer and light attack aircraft with advantage of precision strike, high speed, and able to maneuver. It's said to be precise in intelligence gathering and surveillance. And of course, this is to prepare us. Also, the advantages and the quality of the Trekker helicopter was highlighted in the paper. This is, of course, to advance President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's determination to equip the armed forces to enable them to perform their constitutional duties, of course, and curb insurgency across the country. I'm hoping that this will be achieved as fast as possible. I hope the technicalities of this contract does not involve the kind of waiting we had then when we tried to get some military equipment from the US and some other countries under NATO. And the spokesperson of the Air Force, Commodore Olushola Akimboyewa, confirmed that the first 3 units of this would be delivered early next year. I hope it is that. And the last batch will arrive mid-2026, spread between that period.
Yes, so Campaign Council of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, in Ondo State has faulted Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa's announcement of his administration's readiness to begin payment of 73,000 naira minimum wage. He said it was just a hollow pretense calculated to present Aiyedatiwa as a worker-friendly governor. So spokesman for the council, Ayo Fadaka, made a statement, and he said the timing of the governor was wicked. He said wicked after months of inertia and complete disregard for the struggle of the workers. He said the marginal wage increment served as a flimsy attempt to curry favor with the electorate and to mask the APC's administration's colossal failures across every critical sector. He said the strategy was designed not to improve the lives of the workers, but to salvage his political ambition. That's the political ambition of the governor. And he said the 73,000 naira minimum wage was, reeked of calculated deceit. He said it's not aimed at alleviating any sufferings of the people, but it's just about securing their vote, and this is just like a token that they want to use to bribe them. He said a leader who genuinely cares about the welfare of his people will have long since addressed the causes of Ondo State challenges. He talked about poverty, unemployment, and the decay of essential services. So just bringing this up now is just to show that you're doing something because you know that you want to be re-elected. And this is more like a carrot. You want to dangle carrots, in the front of the electorate.
Okay, moving on quickly now to Air Peace. The Air Peace has said his legal team is working on fresh charges of money laundering against his chairman, Alan Oyema, and the chief of finance, Mrs. Ejiro Egaga. According to the U.S., they had accused the duo of obstructing justice in an ongoing investigation against them, against the money laundering investigation. So if you recall, the Air Peace was actually the CEO is accused of moving $20 million from Nigeria through U.S. bank accounts using fraudulent documents under the guise of purchasing airplanes. His Gaga, his finance, is also facing charges of aggravated identity theft in connection with the scheme. However, the lawyers from the AirP said that these charges leveled against our holders are part of extended legal process stemming from earlier accusations that the case is still in court. While the charges have been expanded, it is important to state that both of them remain innocent, and these are mere allegations, and we should wait for the judgment. But the U.S. Attorney Buchanan, the U.S. in Atlanta, was saying that the two defendants allegedly attempted to obstruct justice by committing additional fraudulent acts aiming at disrupting the investigation. Moving on quickly now to the Punch. FG may ground 60 private jets today. Dangote meets marketers Tuesday over new petrol price. God never planned suffering for Nigerians, says Obasanjo.
Okay.
FG, Italy finalized talks on 34 new fighter jets. Obaseki Akwa-Ibom's transition panel discussed handover today. NDLA nabs Thailand returnee from 3 billion naira drugs. And cooking gas price jumps to 1,500 per kilogram. Okay.
Okay, let's do the cooking gas. So they say Nigerians are, while we're still struggling with the high cost of petrol, the price of liquefied petroleum gas, which we know as cooking gas, has also increased to 1,500 naira per kg. But the managing director, chief executive officer of NIPCO PLC, Suresh Kumar, said the Dangote refinery and other domestic refineries will likely bring down the price of cooking gas because everybody's talking about the increment. He said over 60% of cooking gas consumed in Nigeria is still being imported. So the Punch correspondent had to go round to check the prices of the cooking gas, and they said it peaked at 1,500 in some retail outlets in Ogun and Lagos. As of Sunday, the average price for refilling a 12.5 kg cylinder of cooking gas has increased by 41.6% to 17,000 in different areas. I bought, I think on Friday for 16,500. It said the same commodity was sold in July for 12,000 naira, in some places 11,735 naira as of January 2024. Now, the price now that is increasing is reflecting the trend in the markets, which is coming back on the consumers, the fact that we are heavily relying on importation of gas. I know we've talked about this gas flaring that we've been doing across, that we can find a way to take in and see how we can supply gas to people. And I don't know the arm of government that's supposed to be looking into reducing the flaring of gas, because we have a lot of wastage going on in that area. And then we are still heavily importing gas. I don't know, very soon all of us will go back to firewood and maybe use charcoal, to cook.
All right.
So I have
Let me go on a short break now. We'll come back, we continue with our review. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.